How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the GKP. We're down here at Daz's Koi Farm and we're going to be doing, hopefully, a little bit of a spawning video. At present, Daz is preparing the females and getting them in. So we're going to fling them around the corner here, hop round and catch up with them and see what's going on. So, let's pick back up in a second. As you can see there, we have some of the finest blanket weed you have ever seen. But apparently the master netter now has to do the netting. And I don't know what they're referring to as the master netter, but I've got a sneaky suspicion it might be me. So, I'm going to start grabbing some of these fish while I pass this over. And hopefully, if Vicky doesn't mind.
Oh.
The female.
We'll let it go then.
Yeah, leave that on to go back in the tank, should be easy enough to catch. I'm not even sure what the variety it is.
Do you want an actual swap you? Here's the net. Let the dog see the rabbit. Yeah. That's what we're going for. Any in particular?
Come on, that orange one that's coming out there.
Oh,
Yeah. It was a great picture of the day.
Sensor security there, look. This is a big fish. Why you get you a small one out first, Chris?
Yeah. Lightweight.
Moving it. Oh, we're going to have to do some repairs to this. There's monsters gone, so there's the centre.
Brand new crop's going to be a nice one to catch. I have to drop this because of the full catch like that.
On, let me see it above it.
Yeah, I need to put a screw through that.
One of your magic screws.
Yeah.
Holes all quite work together.
Not pulling it out of tight.
One minute, let's see. I believe how much you pulled out on the day, it's still coming out like in length like that. lemon arrowak, eh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's turned out nice this
yeah,
one,
one, yeah. I thought that was going to be a male, but it turned out to be female.
The hardest thing is definitely going to be finding that big female.
Yeah, good luck with that. There's
Yeah.
two in there actually. A big one and a small one.
No pressure at all. Can't see nothing no more. Let's see. I don't know if that'll be going in. That's one of the little ones. That can actually come out and go in the... Guys, take this one, mate, because this is one that can go in the inside.
Oh yeah.
It's one that I babied with on the autumn harvest.
There's a little bugger.
I'm getting away that time, are you? There's some shadows now.
I find it much easier to stand on this, guys.
Yeah, do that.
Do the heron.
Oh, that's the one.
That's Vicky's.
On the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds freaky out, doesn't it? If nothing else, we might be getting there. Whoa.
So I've got the water level down
There
again.
was a whole cluster of them just there in the middle then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the wall.
There's a load of really dark coloured fish in there. It's impossible to catch.
Let Gaz try though for another 5 minutes like this. It might get some decent footage.
Yeah.
I shan't be falling in.
Cheap gold.
If he does, there's going to be a lot of bleepers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of faith in our schooling does, you know.
Yeah. I recall they didn't go in very well.
No. It's mainly said, you know. Whew. There's one there.
Maybe we should get the same next one.
That was a kiddie. As you've all heard us say many times, Daz is a master of producing the finest blanket weed throughout the land. You might have to go with a level drop, Daz, if you want that female, big female out, because we ain't spotting her in fucking
So close.
That was the small American there then. How was this even a thing, though? Bloody juice, water. Just put him on. Take him to finish the line. Oh, here we go. The Instamatic 3000. So, join us back here next week when we empty out this extremely big pond and find the fish.
Need the water change anyway.
Yeah, we'll let the level go down a little bit and then
Yeah.
we'll get back to you.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee time!
Right, guys, let's show you a little bit of this. We've made a brew. Daz done me again, guys. Daz does. This is what Daz does. I just thinking, oh, you've got a fair few females out already. We went for all the bright coloured ones, the showers, you know, the kahakus, the ones that stand out well. Let's show you this. Well, I'll just put my brew down there for a minute. These have only been in here for a matter of minutes. We've got females and males mixed in there now to hopefully get them in the mood, so to speak. And there is already some nudging and some, you can see here now, there we go, we've got Randy that's chasing around after a couple of females in there. So everything is starting to step up a little gear. These guys were quite placid in here earlier on, but now there's definitely a little bit of chasing and nudging going on. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get the rest of them in and we can see if they all want to play ball, and if they do, we shall catch it all on camera for you. So, Daz is just rigging up the secondary pump now because, well, basically left me with a hard bit, guys. Trying to catch, there's two mirror carp in here. Not that you can see them, but we've got the pump that's pumping out, and now we've got that pumping out. This pond will be empty in no time.
Yes.
And the garden will be flooded, and Mrs. Whitehead will be rather angry with us again.
What's
This
in the
should-
grass?
Yeah. This should get this down rapid.
Yes.
So we're down there, and then we can get a little bit of eyes on with the water being a bit shallower. And you did say Daz really does want a
He
good.
does want to change. He's not having all winter, so it's about
We'll give it a good fresh start up for him.
Yeah.
Get the females out, get them in there.
Yeah.
Get them a bit of Barry White playing in the background. And hopefully, oh, there's one there. That could be Vicky's one again though. So, we can see this one down here, but we know that's not one. If you can see that just down there, but it's not one that we want. The one at the side of it is, no, damn it, does you see that as a key curl there?
away.
This is going to be hard work. So, we'll get back to you in a bit when we're a little bit more progress and we've got all the females out of here into there. Right guys, that were a goddamn nightmare. We've managed to get all the females out, bar one, because Daz has given that one for Vicky. It's not the best of females, but it's a female nonetheless for her to have a go with, doing a little bit of spawning, just for a bit of trial and practice, so to speak. But yeah, look at this. The pond is almost completely empty before we actually saw the last two fish that we were trying to catch, which are, and we'll take you in here now to have a look, which is the big female mirror carp and a smaller female mirror carp. And the reason why we've been trying to catch them is because Daz wants to give them a go at spawning and crossing with some fancy goldfish that has just popped in here. So now I'm going to guess the big female mirror.
He's in this one, the goats.
I like guys. The big female mirror now is in here, and I swear to God, that one down there was the hardest one to catch. Fast as hell, and you couldn't see the colour of it. You can't even see it, can you?
No, she's like a ghost.
There we go. A big female Aragoki. A little bit of Guinea into the scales too.
Yeah.
So that one is going to get mixed in with some special surprises. And we're also going to try see if we can spawn it with the big fancy goldfish that you saw Daz using as well,
Yellow one over there. It's just
and a
got
big
bubbles.
yellow one, that's a big fancy tailed one, it's just coming in, there we go, with that one there, just to make some more ornamental fish. Aragoki male, a female with 2 fan-tailed goldfish, and the other one's just down there. Oh, there's a little mirror carp. That's the one that we've just been trying to catch for the last 3/4 of an hour.
Very hard to get.
She was. But now she is snookered. God damn, Dad, she is holding a lot of eggs, isn't she?
She is.
She's big.
And the last time she spawned, I was in here and I heard an almighty crash, and she jumped from one tank and landed in the next tank. Hence the net.
Yeah. So now all that is left to do, guys, is a bit of scented candles, few rose petals,
Mood lighting.
mood lighting, yeah, bit of Barry White.
Yeah.
But we can't put the Barry White on, obviously, for obvious reasons. Demonetisation and counter strikes. But there are all the fish. Let the fun begin. That's some nice, isn't it? That's actually quite like that one that Jeff has. That gunmetal one there.
Yeah.
That's nice. That. So, right.
Have all the apparatus ready.
Here we have,
The jizz jars.
as Daz puts it, the jizz jars. What we're hoping to do is take the milt out of the males and keep them in each one of these, and then use one of these, syringe or one of those to suck up some of the milk to be able to put it with each one of the eggs that we stripped from the females. And some of them obviously all in here as well. So now it's just a matter of waiting to see which one's going to get jiggy with it first.
Yeah.
This could take some time, and this could be probably one of the longest GKP videos we've ever done.
No,
But that's where we're at.
About 5 PM is normally when they start.
Yeah. But it's nice and warm. What temps are we up at, Daz?
Yeah, late night. That's why I know we've got to be home till like 6 o'clock in the morning.
So in the pools we are now
17 and a half.
at 17.5, and outside was 14 something, was it?
14, yeah.
So bringing them up the few degrees in difference.
This was 16.9, 17. So it's always a little bit cooler.
Big, more volume of water though, isn't there, in this one? So yeah, that's the process. We're good, ready to go. Daz is just going to go check the outside pond and make sure that, because you want to be, Rick said, told us that we want to be about 4-degree difference from coming outside to coming inside, and that should encourage them to spawn. So Daz just went to check. what did he say? 13.4 degrees. 13.4 degrees outside, 17.4 degrees in this, and 16.9 in that. So we've still got the 4 degrees difference. So just should be just about perfect. So it's just a matter of waiting to see what happens. I really like that fish. That's nice. That.
Got some nice ones this morning.
So, right, hopefully we'll be back to you. We might even possibly do a little bit of a live if some of the fun and the action kicks off. But you'll only know that after this has come out, because this will probably drop in a day or so. Let the fun begin, eh? We're all good, we're all ready. Fish are good for going. But god damn, it's warm in here. It's definitely going to get a lot warmer in here. So, we'll catch back up with you in a bit.
Or anything else, I'm assuming, like the goldfish or anything.
Well, I sterilise them afterwards. I leave them in bleach.
Right guys, we're just having a quick look here. I don't know if this is going to be a show on the camera. But if you look there, we've already got eggs. So somebody's already starting. Now we've got to identify which one it is.
Unless
But you can also,
yeah, we got all of them. Unless one of the fish was female Male, sorry, Neil. Yeah, female.
You think you might have
Right, I sexed them wrong.
Oh, these eggs. I don't know if you can see them, guys. Try and see if I can,
When they're at it, they do make a hell of a lot of splashing.
see if we can zoom in. You can see the little eggs there on that one.
See, I wouldn't have
There's a whole bunch of them down there.
I wouldn't have done it. To me, that's last night.
Yeah, but that would have been, there would be a heck of a lot more
They
than
look a
that.
bit dirty like they were from last night.
Oh yeah, they're covered in them, Daz.
Unless I've got the small kahaku in here, not kahaku, Sankey from Doc Koi. Unless that was a female, I assumed it was a male.
Sankey.
Quite thin, yeah.
Oh, so let's zoom back out. There we go.
All the rest.
So either we've got a mistaken identity of a female in here, which she'd be battered senseless, won't she?
Yeah, they'd be going at it. You'd know
Or
about it.
somebody's already started in the time it's taken us to net up all the other females. Now that looks like smaller eggs, so I would say it's going to be one of the smaller females if it is. What we'll have to do now is we'll have to be nice and quiet, step back a little bit and see which one, if it is from today, kicks up and starts getting it on. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'd have noticed them earlier, Daz.
Yeah. This one
There's, there's quite a lot there.
A lot.
You wouldn't
Everything.
you won't miss them.
No.
So spawning has begun. Or has it? Or did the spawning begin last night and Daz misidentified a little female Sanka as a male? It's not like they come with labels and it's quite difficult to tell when they're smaller ones. But yeah. There's a lot of following and nudging going on, guys. So I don't think it's going to be long. Is there any sign of anything on them, Vic? Oh, god damn it, I nearly fell in. I nearly in there on the spawn as well, then I nearly went face planted in it. I'll spin it around so you can see.
No, he's not.
There's nothing on there, is there, on these ones? Right, so nothing's good to go in there. These are all the dites. Well, actually, that's a complete lie because there's a little scaled Yamabuki female in there too. But the vast majority, and the Ginrin Benigoi.
Yeah, put a few scaled in. Just
The Benigoi, the Ginrin Benigoi in there, that's way better than the Dainichi Benigoi that we bought. Spawned by Daz. What hang about, that was a big splash.
Yeah.
Let's go investigate. Oh, I was just going to say, maybe Johnny fell in, but he didn't. Something just went with a bit. It'll be the, I would have said the only thing big enough to make that kind of a splash. Oh, actually, it could.
This one, it's been left out. Who wants to join in?
The only female that's left in the last female in the village. There goes our last female. Answers in the comments below. What's that off? There goes our last female. Which movie? If any of you's got kids out there, you should know that movie. Yeah, she'll be. Good luck with catching that little red fish in the corner, which is actually a leaf. Sorry, I should have told you before you got that net all the way out there. You got me a few times too. But look at that. Evolution Aqua. Camouflage pumps. They're brilliant. They make them look like blanket weed now. Don't they, Daz? Evolution Aqua. They make the pumps camouflage now, so they've got like a blanket weed look to them.
Yes, it's makes the fish feel more comfortable.
That's it. Look at that. Just a massive blanket weed all the way around it. Well, hopefully that's a good sign, and we've got some fish that are on the go already. If that is, then this is going to be good.
Guys, did you put the Shiro in last night? I think it's just flicked at one of the spawn mops.
Yeah, I wasn't sure
Shurawatsuri. Well, I were hoping so, Daz, because we think mine was male, didn't we? Hey guys, right, we've had a little bit of dinner. Chicken and chips, DKF. And there'd be Daz's fried chicken. It looked quite nice actually. I enjoyed it. So we were still waiting for things to start going on and getting on in there. It's probably only going to end up being later on. It would be more obvious now that perhaps maybe Daz might have had a little female in there already and he didn't know. So there could have been a little bit of a spawn went on last night. So what we're hoping for is, you know, they are following and looking around each other a little bit. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that they do get going. So in the meantime, while we had nothing else to do, but something that needed to be done, we've just done this. We have just fitted Daz with a float switch there, which comes out of here, round and into this box. You cut your cable on your pump, split it in half, junction box, and then obviously if anybody wants to know how to do this, there is a link, there is a video, shows you how to do it. It's one of my earlier videos that I did, but it's not the very best of videos, but the principle and how to do it is pretty bang on. So we've just done one on this one, so he's now got a float switch on there that he can do. We are going to be topping this back up, but that will be, if Daz ever has any problems, he will lose 6 inch of water out of the pond, meaning basically just a good water change. If it blocks up and it overflows, pumps out on his little thing, then he ain't going to have it flooding and emptying completely like it did the other day. And at the present, because we're topping this one back up, the float switch at the present is here. And these guys, if you haven't got one, these are absolutely fantastic. If you are pump fed, then your pond will pump itself empty if your filtration blocks up with, for example, you know, blanket weed, like Daz's. This is why we've just done it, because Daz's has clogged up with blanket weed and his pond overflowed. His filter overflowed. Keeps going all night, and then when it keeps going all night long, you get up in the morning, you come out to find your pond completely empty and you've nothing left. All your stock's dead. So rather than that happening to him again, he hasn't lost any, he's been lucky. His mum has come down and caught it midway each time. So we thought, sod it, we'll get one fitted and we'll get them fitted onto Daz's pond for him. So now, if his pond, this is the float switch, and these float on the surface of your water, and obviously you give it as much cable as what's necessary so that it's floating a couple of inches down below the surface, like so. So you've got it, you know, maybe 2 or 3 inch underneath, you know, the max depth that you want your pond. So we're going to be pinning this cable to that piece of timber there. So if I just saw that there, we'll be pinning this cable on here, pin it to this with these, clip it in place, flip it over the other side in place. But if the ball bearing inside drops forward, then the pond pump stops. So switching your water off, still keeping your fish with water in the pond, and hopefully it's enough of a long, it's not that long before you find that it's actually got a problem, and you can come back out, get it running and get it started again. But all you do to reset them is rattle the little, there's a little ball bearing in there, and that acts as a switch. So you rattle the ball bearing back to the bottom and you rest it back on the surface of the water, and then your pump starts flowing again. And that means you don't lose your fish, your pond doesn't become pump empty, and really all you end up with is a good partial water change, saving your fish, stopping you losing your stock. So we've got 2 of them on, and we've now got, Vicky was just pointing out there then to screw these on. We can't screw these on until water level comes up, because this one at the moment we've emptied so we could catch all the females out of there. We now need to do another one as well, because Daz has got this one up and running with all the little torsi that were left over from last year, which I shall show you. Again, if anybody's interested in any of these, there is Dainichi Showa and Dainichi Kahaku, and then there are some of Daz's Ginrin Sankis that he spawned last year. But there is some lovely little fishing amongst these. I know a lot of these are the ones that Daz particularly likes, but I know he's Benigoy's in there, you name it, is everything. In fact, let's go grab a bit of food for him because he looked a bit active. Let's give him a quick feed. Come with me while we go rob Daz's food store. I'll give him a good handful, because I don't think they've had any yet today. And hopefully these little guys will put on a little feeding show for us. Let's see if they do. There's some really nice squashed tomatoes in there as well. Daz is a big softie. But now we need to put one on there as well, so we can get a float one on there, because same thing, if that filter overflows, you might get the majority of the flow back in, but if any bit back flows over the other side, then that'll be pumping the pond empty too. So we need to put a float switch on there, but he's only got the two. So we've got two done, and I've shown him how to do it, so he knows how to do it himself now, so he can do a third one later on. But yeah, there we go, that's them guys. It is absolutely glorious here, guys. In t-shirt, feels like it's actually turned the corner. Don't feel like this in Huddersfield, mind. But we'll give these guys a feed, give them a little bit, give these in here a bit. These are feeding like crazy. And again, you know, if anybody's interested in any of these, hit us up. Daz has got tons of them. These all need to go. If anybody wants some pond fillers, or just something to cycle a system with, and you're interested or you want any, let us know. There's tons in there. There's some pretty ones in there, and also some, oh sorry, I just timed myself out, didn't I? There is some nice koi in there as well. They're all feeding well. I'll leave them to it. Daz is leaving this water to green up as well. There ain't no UV on this one, so you can encourage some more colour to come up, and the fish are looking better for it too. So we'll let them be. Fancy goldfish, they're all numerous amounts of spawns, and believe it or not, he's even got these guys feeding. The axolotls feeding on the pellet too. So yeah, still tons of axolotls. If anybody's interested, he does need to thin these out because they do turn on each other. But if you look, there's a fair few in there with little limb missing. But the beauty about these guys is they regenerate and grow back, which is crazy to think. But yeah, that's those. I don't know if we've got any signs of anything really much going on in the polytunnel, but we'll take you in and have a quick look. In fact, I should have fed them, shouldn't I, while they were... I'll put a little bit in for this female too. She's not going to eat too much, being only fish in there now, but... let's give her a few. She might be interested in a bit. And get them a little bit of a feed. These ponds are looking absolutely empty now, because obviously Daz has moved all the brood stocks out of them, so it gives him plenty of room and space for this year's stock up and coming. Daz and Johnny have been busy in here getting all these sorted out, and the fry nets in and ready. So these ones will be each spawn, and we get one in this one, one in that one. There's going to be some weights going in that one to hold that net down, and again and again and again. These will then be turned into the same thing, and there'll be ones across in these again, and in that one, and obviously in that one. But Daz has got to get all them hooked up and sorted out and good to go. There is a little bit of swimming around and nosying around through the spawn brushes and such, but nothing as of yet. This tank, however, looks a little bit more active. There's a lot more chasing around going on in here, and we all think that if anything does happen or anything does go, it'll be this tank that goes and starts off first. Seems more interesting. This could be a late one, but if it is, it is. And we'll see how they go, and we shall keep you all up to date. Catch you in a bit. Just watching there then, the big carcoo, which Daz got from Ash and Chris, the main sea koi. She keeps going up and she's nudging around through the spawn brushes, and the Yamabuki is following her up. There you go, she's going out there now and she's having a look around them. And then when the Yamabuki spots she's there, he's darting over towards her, same as the Ginnerin chag that's in there too. And that was a little bit of a splash over there then. Hopefully, fingers crossed, something will make a start this evening. There's a little bit of nudging, a little bit of following around there. The Yamabuki's following around the big white one referred to as Monster there. Look, Monster just did a little bit of a flash there, but the Yamabuki was straight underneath her then, as if that was something that wasn't spawning. She was just having a bit of an itch. Well, we'll leave them to it and see what happens. Right guys, so this is turning into a random video. Random being, as of yet, still no spawning, and we are 25 to 6 in the evening. But have a look at this. We have, obviously we're telling you and we were saying that we've got, well, first of all, let's have a walk. we'll take you down here first, and then we'll bring you back up here, and by that time hopefully the final stages of it will be complete. We've got a little bit of a project going on down here because Daz likes to have the odd bonfire down here, which we will be having later on, because we have decided this time we aren't missing it, folks, and if they go, we're going to stay here, even if that means till stupid o'clock in the morning. We have 3 camp beds, we have a porta cabin just there with all the doings, TV and everything, that we can sit there and get comfortable and have a watch or something or other. But we've come down to the bottom end down here. Let's spin this round and show you. Right, polytunnel. Still no polytunnel yet, guys. Don't panic, it will be done. Just don't know when. This one was here. Now that one, we need to rake all this out. We've got all sorts going on because the fish aren't doing that. We're just getting busy. This one is getting taken out and put in there. The one that we had, remember when we moved it from the side of there? We're putting this over here, and hopefully, I think that one's coming over here as well, so we can get this one over there, because Daz likes to burn his bits and bats off from his garden jobs, you know, bits of bush and what have you. So when we get all this burning, you don't want to risk it being the size of one of these type of poles, because it'll burn them. But the fiberglass ones, I'll be able to take way more. It's just to make sure that you don't get anything melting or out like that. You ain't going to be having massive big fires, and we're going to be moving that way a little bit too, so that he's got a bit more room to still do his work as well. Which means what we're going to be doing is we've pumped the water out of that pole into this one and into this one to fill those back up, and those are done. We're going to top in a bit more, but he's got this one out here. Look guys, this is what it's all for, is so we can get this one back in down here as well, plus the 3 that are going in the polytunnel. That frame there, that's done. That's been taken down because Dad doesn't want to risk having the fire with it being there, because it would have burned it. So that's going to go. Hopefully that blue one there will come and be in situ here, which will give us 2 fiberglass ones, then those, and then the big one's going to go in there. Then the tunnel's going to go on, but this will be a later date project when the polytunnel cover comes. This is all going to get levelled off, and then 3 tunnels in here, 3 tunnels there. Doors will be remade and framed back up again and sorted out. So that's what we've been on with on that little project. So let's get ourselves back up here and we'll show you what we've been getting on. Ha! You'd have walked right into camera there. Woo! I'm right, well I think I'm right in what I'm saying. It's somewhat along those lines, but because Daz wants to get lots of different spawns, he's not all that bothered about actually, let's spin this round. He's not all that bothered about having lots of, you know, not thousands of fry, and doing some small clusters so that you can see what the fish produces, i.e. what comes from them. And then hopefully a couple of hundred or so, just have some small little fry to grow them in, select them through, see what they do. So he's come up with a quick way of being able to have somewhere just to hatch out the fry, short term. And that's this bit, which is what we've just been setting up and getting running. And I'm hoping now is all finished and completed, which it is. So what we've got now here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tanks, and all these 12 tanks have got airline dropped in, and this is what they were just doing, connecting all these up. Airlines dropped in all the way along and through, so all of them are running as a little temporary accommodation for the fry to hatch and see, because there's some of these fish that were spawning for the first time, and the likelihood is they might not be fertile, they might not do anything, but they're going to be banged in these and they're going to be brought on till they get to a slightly bigger size, and by that time then we should have all these pools back in use again, where they can be transferred in. Oh. Now, is that feasting on eggs? He is, isn't it? That's the male. Yeah, that's the female at the side of him, isn't it? Yeah, sorry, got distracted then. There was, the chag was just feasting on some of the eggs that's on there. But as of yet, nothing, no major changes. They've all been coming and checking out the spawning brushes, a lot of the big females have. But Daz has got all these in. These are all ready now. Those ones are all in. He's just put them in. He's got another 2 to put in there. And then there'll be 3 going in here and there'll be 3 going in there. But giving us a bit of temporary space, all those little tanks will be put in just so that we can get the fry to hatch, and then they will be moved to the new accommodations. Like you use this mini pool just to hatch the goldfish, and then the goldfish are in here. Not actually. Don't know if we can see any of them, but there are a fair few of them around in here. Let me have a look and see if we can spot one. There we go. There's a little fry. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Where did you go? All we can see is a reflection above. But trust me guys, there is some little, see if there's a bit where we can get a bit of them over by our sides. Yeah, there's one down there. But you can see there's plenty of, you see the little fry just there, look? Yeah, scattered around everywhere. There's another really tiny one. Swimming out of camera shot every time I move. He's fast, him, for a little fish. But yeah, there's tons of them in here. There's one. So the Daz's little fancy goldfish. There you can see that one quite clear. What are they, Vicky, these ones? Ryukins?
Arandas.
Arandas. Little Aranda. And another little Aranda there. So, they're all doing good. But the next stage will be then to put the little nets that Daz is doing with these in, like that. To weight them down, drops them in. That one's gone rather frothy. But these are all full of live food as well, so we are all geared up and ready to go. All we need now is for fish to get as geared up as what we are. But every time it's happened here for Daz, it's always been 8-9 o'clock at night. So we're hoping that if we stay here, regardless of whatever time they decide they're going to kick off and go, then we should catch it on camera. Fingers crossed. And then when we do, we'll let them go not natural at first, and they'll be, we need to actually, that's the thing, we need to get the sedate bowls ready. One to put them out in and one to put them, bring them back round on. So we need to get that done. I don't know if Daz has still got fry in there, has it? Oh crap. He's got eggs in it. Oh right, so we need another one of them, don't we, then set up then. Right. We have another job and we shall get back to you. So, right, we've been busy and now we have just down here, the hose pipe is out and going back across the lawn, as we have now, we can't do everything, but we're getting step by step closer every time. And it's helping Daz out a heck of a lot, because this is a lot to do when you're trying to do it single-handedly on your own. There's only so many hours when you work Monday to Friday, and sometimes it's Saturday and Sundays as well, so there's not much you can get done in an evening. So now we have this pool partially seeded with the water out of these and with water fleas in. We have this one now, again same thing, and it's being filled up. So what we're going to do throughout this evening is we're going to come down and have a fire burn, all that, get these 2 vessels both filled back up, these vats back up. I'm going to get that one topped up, that one topped up, just there's only a couple of inch to go back in them 2. That one is done. This is one that we've now got in situ, but again, that's on his jet wash, man. Look at it. There's just holes everywhere. Everywhere you look in this is a hole. Another 2 there, another one over there, another one over there, and another one there. So what we're going to do is he's going to line that the same as what he's done with this one, and he's got plenty of this stuff as we showed you on the last video. So we're going to line these off and get another one dropped inside that one. This one will then get topped up, and this bloody blanket weed, super fine stuff, just clustered together, so we're going to get a bit of blanket answer and get all them treated up. But that one's now full. That one I'll get a new liner and filled. I don't know if we're going to do that this evening. We might as well, I suppose we could do. That one's done. Those 2 to top up, those 2 to top up, and then polytunnel to build. But that's going to give Daz 3 vats in here, 2 vats, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 vats for the fry. These ones will be the ones they're growing with a difference to go in here, but that'll still give him 10 vats then to get in, get done, get sorted, and to move the fry on into when they get a bit of size to them after the hopefully successful spawning this evening, throughout the night, tomorrow morning, whichever it may be. But we're geared, we're primed, and we're ready. All we need now is a little bit of luck and a little bit of help from Mother Nature, and the rest is fry to come if they all hatch. So we're good to go. Next thing on the agenda will be shepherd's pie, sorted by Mrs. Whitehead. Thank you very much. And that will be getting served in precisely 25 minutes. Lovely. So I'll catch you back up with you in a bit, guys. Well, guys, as of yet, zilch. But if you can see reflected in my glasses there, have a look at this. Some roasted marshmallows on that.
Heating the fish up.
Yeah, we're getting the warming the polytunnel up. Perfect time to and one's the bits that land on you and burning all in your jacket. Yeah. Little bit of down. Down is a fire starter. Listen, that is hot. Oh, check that out. Nobody got any marshmallows? A few jacket spuds on there later on tonight. We'll be cracking for supper. Ooh, fucking out everywhere. Why, that's hot. Jesus Christ. Oh, we might not have got no spawning done, or as of yet, but the early hours is probably going to be where the kick off. But at least we've got a lot of jobs done. Doing a little bit of grading through some of the older stock, selecting through some of them. Got the fish all ready to go. We've had good food. Twice. Shepherd's pie for dinner. And now we get to enjoy a nice bonfire and roast ourselves warm up. So we'll catch back up with you later on, guys. Well, good morning guys. It is 4:45 in the morning and cold.
Damn cold. Hence the heater.
We got a heater on in the cabin, but we had some heat last night.
Oh yes.
We got the bonfire going till half two, quarter to three, half two, quarter to three in the morning. We had a visit from the fire brigade. They popped out to see us. We took them round the farm, showed them what we were up to. They were just had it reported because we were burning, obviously we were just burning logs and bits and bats, but they came round the farm. We should have got them on camera really, but it was pitch black middle at night, so we we explained what we were doing and what was going on, and they were quite surprised at what we were doing, to be fair. We said we're hoping
Time of the morning.
we're hoping for a spawn so the fish can start breeding. But this is first thing in the morning, and you're going to get to see what we get to see. We don't know if there's anything happening. We haven't heard nothing as of yet. We've checked them a couple of times through evening and nothing up to press. But now is the twilight bird morning sun chorus is going. The dawn chorus, that's the one. So let's see what's happening. We'll spin round and let's get in and have a look. It's actually put the light on, does it? It's still that dark. So, yeah, as you can see guys, it's still quite dark, but we'll go in and find out what's going on. If we open this door now, doesn't they've all spawned? We missed it. Damn it. It's a wait, it will be now. Well, they're certainly a bit more active, aren't they?
Yeah.
She's up in.
Yeah. The yammies.
Yeah, the yammer's following the big kanaka. There he does it.
That's looking a bit more
It's a bit
promising.
more promising, isn't it? Still haven't worked out whether or not this is promising or whether they're actually coming to us for food.
Yeah.
She's back over there in bushes, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look a bit more promising, look. This might be the one, Daz. Let's have a look in this pool. These are geared up again here.
Yeah.
We kept checking them last night, but everything literally just dropped off. They were all real steady, real slow, cruising around, settling down.
Yeah, they picked up the
They're a bit more pace again now, aren't they?
Yeah. That's how cold it is.
It's chuffing freezing now.
I'm shivering.
I'm surprised my camera's not shaking. Yeah, you would not believe, guys, just how cold it's got last night. We've gone from being, whereas faces were on fire and practically melting, to, well, I've got a body warmer and a coat over the top, and we were shivering. I reckon we could be with a bit more. These they are going around a bit, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, that's nudging there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Funny enough,
It's the males nudging the males. A lot more activity.
yeah. Looking promising. And this fish, I'm sorry, Daz, but this fish ain't right. He's the only bugger that's cruising around everywhere on his own. Everybody else is grouped up. Look at him,
He's mates, isn't he?
he's Randy my ass. is that?
I don't know if they do this tapping noise. It's just water dripping off
Yeah.
one thing.
I heard that earlier on. Well, through the night. Yeah, some of them are zipping about, aren't they? Yeah, they are. He's zipping about on his own, man.
Perhaps he's blind.
You never know. Yeah, that's picking up some serious pace. They're all cruising around, aren't they?
Yeah.
Something definitely changing in here. Well, let's see how things progress.
Yeah,
We'll
start
start
have a cup of tea then.
Yeah. We'll have a pot of tea, guys. And I'll get back to you in a bit then. That's looking a bit more promising though, it does.
Yeah.
They are starting to zip around in here a little bit too, aren't
They
they?
are, yeah, they're getting frisky.
Seriously, guys, it was damn cold last night. After we'd come in from being by the fire, we were freezing his butts off, and that was indoors, inside a little insulated log cabin. Well, cabin. No, it is a log cabin, isn't it? But it was, it was cold. So I came down earlier on to see if fire was still going. It was still burning. So I just said to Tass, come on, let's take his brews and go stand by the fire. He says, it'll be freezing.
He's lovely and toasty.
So I've just literally scraped back the ashes, and I kid you not, I can't really stand any more closer than that because that is red hot.
It's melting your face.
So we're Daz was saying that he's gonna have to go get his coat so he can get warm. And when we come down here, we move these coals. That's it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I've not been that cold for a long time.
No. That did feel like, well, as we were both saying, didn't we?
Yeah.
That felt like we should be having a morning frost.
Yeah. I don't think it was far off.
No, I don't think it will have been either.
Cold, would it?
That's got to have gone down to like 2 or 3 degrees last night,
It
surely.
must have done, yeah. Typical summer weather.
But you should have seen it last night. We're stood here. I just popped to toilet. I come back from toilet, and as I'm walking down path, Daz is walking up path, and he starts talking about fire service. And I was thinking, hang about.
He's lost the plot.
And I thought, hang about. Yeah, I thought Daz said then he's lost plot, and I was like, what are you on about, Daz? Fire service are here? He says, yeah. And they'd come to that massive big fence there, and they were talking to Daz through fence.
He was shining the torches through the knot holes in the fence.
So Daz climbed up the fence to stick his head up at top to talk to him. They said, are you having a fire? Yes. Oh, we just need to come and have a word here. So they came round to have a word with us, which we explained what we were doing, and that we were control burning, and that we'd got best part of 40,000 litres of water down here, so it's all caged off, it's all confined, and we'd still got the hose pipe because we were topping the ponds back up. So they came round and they had a stand with us, had a chat and natter, and they rung it in as a false alarm, good intent. But yeah.
Yeah, have a look at the coin.
They did, yeah. Took him in to have a look at the koi, told him what we were doing. I think it helped a little bit with me being ex-fire service, so I could put down and tell them that we were control burning and it were all safe and as it should be. They had a nosy round farm, had a little bit of a chat and that with us, and off to jump back in the fire engines and drove off. 2:45 morning. But listen to this. The morning chorus, cup of coffee, good company, hot fire. What more can you ask for other than fish spawning? Yeah. So let's hope that these fish start going, because a few times we thought they might have looked like there were a bit of stuff going on last night, but
It's looking promising.
yeah, it looked more promising when we went back in then, didn't we? Now daylight's come. But last night when we were checking on them, they were all like they were just hunkering down, like they were slowing down, resting off.
If they don't put their ideas up, they go on that bloody fire.
Yeah. If anyone wants to come and join us for some fire roasted koi. Daz, that's warm, is that, mate? I can feel that burning my legs through my jeans.
It's warming my cup up.
Yeah. Lovely. We were saying earlier last night, both of us talking, saying who would have thought that we'd ever been doing stuff like this? All because some guy walked up to Daz many years ago, and well, not that many years ago, but a few years ago, and said, "You interested in some koi?" And I'm shutting my pond down, and here we are now, roughing it fruit night, standing by a campfire, waiting for fish to spawn. Never thought I'd be doing YouTube, mate. Never thought we'd be doing any of this, but I tell you what, I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah, I won't swap a minute of it.
No, I wouldn't either. Been brilliant. And even if they don't spawn, we still had one hell of a laugh last night.
We'd have. It's the adventure continues, isn't it?
Right, we'll put you down, we'll get ourselves warmed up, and we'll finish these coffees and we'll go see what's happening.
Yes.
Well, there you go. You can see about how big of a bonfire we did have. we burnt some stuff off. Now let's have a look now, see if it looks like a face still from there. No, I'll put it back where it was. And see if it does from over there still. Sorry guys, you might think we're cracking up, but when we first looked at that from over here, let's see if it still does. Or is that sleepy?
It does look like a face, yeah.
Tired eyes. It does. Right, let's see if you can see this. You see that little plant pot there? Answers in the comments below. Can you see a face in it? Because we stood there looking at a little cup, looked like a little face. It does, doesn't it? Anyway, as we were saying, we did have a real big bonfire last night because we got all this lot burnt off. Absolutely tons of it. But we also got, right through to the dying hours last night, guys, we were still doing. We got all this pond is filled up now, within a couple of inches of the top. This one is filled up, but we left hose pipe in it because it was too dark to be wrapping all that one up. We absolutely brimmed this one by overfilling it down here, and this one we brimmed as well. And by brimmed, literally to the overflow there. I walked past through there to get the hose pipe out, and it poured a load of water out my bloody hole halfway down back of my leg. So we've got that one and that one and that one. They're all done and full to the top. This one full to the top. That one to line out still, but we ain't got a liner. Daz ain't got one big enough for it. And then that one, it needs topping back up, but this one would have to be topped back up by pumping some water out of one of them to this, because the hose won't reach this far. But yeah, everything is being done. We burnt off loads of bits and bats of everything, all wood that Daz had, all plants that he'd got, and he's on with it again. Look, he's going for another pallet. We threw 3 of these on last night. We did tell the fire service. He said, how long are you going to be with it? So we're going to be with it all night till it goes out. But what Daz didn't say we were going to do is keep on loading it again this morning. So might as well. Be rude not to. Well, there's only them last little bits, isn't there?
Hey,
So,
little twigs.
couple of twigs on. That'll keep us going through morning till fish start spawning, and if nothing else, we'll keep warm.
Yeah.
I give him an hand for a few of these on, and we'll put the pallet on and really get it going.
Yes.
So as I was showing you in the video earlier, there's the doors and the stuff for the polytunnel. Well, yeah, Daz has just decided that, sod it, if we're going to make one, we're going to have some new doors on it as well. End of the day, it doesn't take all that much to get it. A bit of framework knocked up and some 3x3 posts at either side. So, yeah, fire will be going for another hour or 2. I just said to Daz we could have made use of handles. He said, it's alright, I'll get them out of ashes when they're finished. Yeah, this one is battered at bottom as well, Dazzle, you're right. Yeah, it's all chewed up at bottom of that one, isn't it? Yeah. We're gonna make one.
Clean start.
Let's have a fresh one. That's really surprised me. I thought that plastic would have melted pretty much instantly. Now you stopped all heat coming out. But yeah, we had a good fettle off and a good tidy up. Is that your straight edge, Daz? Or is that a piece of crap too? We'll leave that there then, just in case. Daz was just saying the other day we're looking for a square, and it were here, bottom of the garden. Searching for it in his van. Look at us, out here, vlogging and doing videos at 5:30 in the morning. Must be mad. Oh, that got it going, Daz. That warmed it up a bit. Oh, my neck.
Definitely not flame retardant.
No. There'll be so much left of a polytunnel if it went up in flames. It'd gone pretty damn quick, wouldn't it? Well, that got it going. So, we start off day 2. The koi spawn to a roaring start. Hellfire. Hellfire. No pun intended. But that's that got it going. No, you said you were cold, Daz, but I didn't think you were quite that cold. They're warm now, it says.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, looking a bit red in face. Well, that's definitely a nice way to start the morning off. I think I've found my pyromaniac twin.
Fire.
Well, it's a no-show. So far, still no sign of anything. And we are now at 8:10 in the morning. Plugging a load of these lot, all looking for a bit of food. Let's give them some breakfast. Go around and do the rounds, so to speak. Little bit of food for them. Let's have a look at these. They're all having their breakfast now. And so there. I'll give these ones a good handful out here. These two girls a little bit. That's them having a little bit of something to eat. Daz's are way more actively feeding than what mine are. Mine aren't feeding at all. We'll give these little guys a bit of something as well. And I'll tell you, I'll take you in and show you what we're doing now. Like I said, up to press. God, like that. Well, obviously you're not, but I am, and I'm pretty sure Daz is absolutely worn out. As you can see there, there's a good bit of water getting dropped out of this pool. We have got eggs on this, but Daz don't think they look promising, to be fair.
Wrong colour.
So we're giving them a water change.
Shock them into spawning.
Well, one way of trying to trigger them to spawn is by doing a good rapid water change. So
Dropping the temperature.
dropping temp, yeah.
Which seems a bit crazy, but that is the opposite of what I would think.
You'd think,
but
yeah.
according to the literature, that's what they say, so we're going to give it a go.
And then if they don't do it, then we might be having some another attempt, or at the later date. Over prepared, Daz, that's what it was. Over prepared. Look at us, we're all good to go. Absolutely everything. Sat here, gone all night, exhausted. Exhausted, and not one single.
Not a single egg.
Oh God, that felt like one hell of a long day and a long night, did that?
Yes.
Happens though, doesn't it?
It does.
We'll see what happens if we give them a water change.
Yeah.
You can guarantee if we didn't have any of this, they'd have gone.
Oh, absolutely.
Then we would have been running around like headless chickens trying to get it to go.
Yeah.
And
Every
grog.
single one would have spawned if we had to be prepared.
Yeah. We're going to have to go grab a nose, Daz, so that we can get some water going back in.
Yeah.
So I'll be right back in a tick. Right, guys. Not a complete failure, as I'll show you here. But, well, yeah, not a complete failure, as we have eggs on the spawn brushes, but they have eaten quite a fair few of them. But there is some to see what they do. So we have got a spawn. There's more here again on these brushes and these mops too. But these guys are not playing game at all, and we believe, so we've popped some new spawn mops in, but we believe the temperatures that dropped last night, guys, it was unreal, man. It was chuffing freezing, and that's no word of a lie. It were cold. If it went down to 2 or 3 degrees, that won't be no exaggeration. It was bitter. So what we're going to do is, all the females are coming out here, the males are staying in. All the females are coming out here, and we are taking them and we are putting them back in the pond which they came from, which was not this one. There's just had a little bit of feed, but yeah, they're going back into here. And the reason being is we're going to separate them back out again for another week to Friday. This has had a good water change. We've got rid of not all of the blanket weed, but a lot of the blanket weed. We'll give it a good water change and a filter clean, so that's all done and sorted. We've fitted the float switch, which is just there now, waiting for this to be topped back up. That one's got its float switch on, and all these are staying as they are. The males will come back into here after spawning. And that's where we're up to. So it's going to be a case of watch this space, as what we're going to do is reset again next Friday, and we're going to rinse and repeat. we think, after seeking a little bit of advice, and thank you very much, Rick, we think what we ideally needed was 16 degrees and shock by 4 degrees to take them to 20. And what we had was 14.5 degrees and we took them to 17.5 stroke 18 degrees. 2 degrees under what they preferred to be their optimal temperature from spawning. So, and then obviously last night with it dropping to like 2 degrees, it almost looked like there was a beginning of a frost on lawn this morning when we came out at 25 to 5. 25 to 5. I think we've seen every hour, all hour for the last, well, yeah. So, yeah, that's it at the end of the day. It's one of them things, you can manipulate Mother Nature as much as we can. Daz hasn't got the capabilities of heating, so we've got to go with what we can get from, i.e., sorry, I'm just removing some blanket weed I threw at the fence yesterday. It's become a game. You get hold of a big lump of it, you throw it at the fence panel, and it sticks like this. Go to. But yeah, waffling a little. Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? This is nature. Nature does what it wants to do when it wants to do, and doesn't necessarily go with what you have planned for it. So we need to get these pond temps to come up a bit. Hopefully it's supposed to be good through this week. These temps in the outdoors come up a couple of degrees. Polytunnel comes up a couple of degrees again, and we get the shot from 16 to 20, which is what we're going to have to try and achieve next week. So we're just going to catch all these fish and we'll get them moved back in and we'll get back to you in a bit. So there you go, guys. There's all the females back out here, back in the pond. Chill them off, cool them down. Hopefully the pond temperatures warm up again this week out here, and then we get some higher temps in the polytunnel and we can go for the second set. Actually there is a little, sorry, I was just thinking out loud then. We thought we caught all the little fish in here, and I've just seen a tiny little fish in there just gone out on the side of the pump. But yeah, they're all in there now, they're all back in. We reset again next Friday and we try again. The joys of fish keeping, eh? Never goes to plan. You can plan everything, but I guess you can't plan Mother Nature. That does what it wants. True, it does? Yeah. So,
we'll get them next time.
I'll get them next time.
We've got one spawn.
We have, yeah, I've shown that one on camera. Yeah. We got it on layer on. There is one, there are some eggs. The thing is, we're not 100% sure which fish it is. We think it's Daz's Shuru at Suri that spawned. But there was only a small amount, so, well.
Small fish.
Yeah, she's only a youngster, isn't she? So it's 2-year-old, so. Hopefully, fingers crossed, something comes from them. If not, well, we'll go again next week and we try again. Anyway, for now, that's it for this one. Usual thing, guys. If you're enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favour. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend. And until next time, if we've just about got enough energy to do it, keep smiling. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy, y'all.